Alright, so something I never really feature on this channel, but I've always done is either ride bicycles or motorcycles. So figured I'd just kind of show you one of the bikes I picked up. This came from Walmart. It's a Mongoose. I'll show you what it is here in a second. Well, you probably can see on the box, but yeah, I just figured I'd do this unboxing video, maybe put it together, because I've always liked the Walmart bicycles. You know, the big box bikes never bothered me. You know, I never did sink a whole lot of money into bicycles, but I've always kept one off and on for a long time, and well, ever since I was a kid. But anyway, let's get this open and see what it looks like. So this is the Mongoose Ledge X2. Came from Walmart. I picked this up, the only one I could actually find. It was at I think it was at the Charlotte Pike location in Nashville, Super Walmart. They had actually lots of bikes, and this is the only one they had. They had this, and they had the X1. So I wanted the X2. So if you need a bike, they actually had quite a bit. They had quite a few down there. So maybe check that location out. All right, well, let's get to this. Let's get this thing open. I think all bicycles from Walmart has this breather hole right here where the back wheel little axle cover is. You can see it kind of hanging out there. Do not lay flat. Oh, awesome. All right, you ready? There it is. Hope that stuff's not important. Don't look like it is, but there's the pedals. That one a little rough. This one's super rough. $180mm front rotor. I think a 160 on the back of these. A little bit of heft to the hub, but not as heavy. The wheel just don't feel as heavy as I thought it would. I mean, all these Walmart bikes are a little on the hefty side, but I don't mind. Nothing in this box. I guess that was the pedals. .2mm seat post. Just a basic Mongoose generic seat. It's not really heavy. Actually feels really light. So it's padded up pretty good. Aside from that hole, which always seems to be in these boxes, looks pretty good. I don't see anything wrong here. So it's a Pro Rush clutched derailleur. Okay, good. And from what little bit I've researched on these are actual bearings in here, not bushings. I think this shock, I believe, is a 165 millimeter, so it's kind of a common measurement to find different shocks. So we'll probably replace this maybe with an air shock eventually. Same thing with the fork. We'll end up with a better fork on it, but I can't wait to get this thing together and ride it. I've got a Schwinn Axum, and I've actually got another bike coming. I've had the Schwinn for a little while, and always off and on had Walmart bikes, but never really three at once, I guess. Always, you know, maybe two, but I went a little bike crazy here lately for some reason. But anyway, let's get this thing put together. Alright, so we're not off to a good start at all. The bike looks great. This little like trim piece that goes in here whenever you put the cable in for it's pre-drilled for a dropper post cable. This little cover is missing, and so is the quick release skewer for the front wheel. So unless I go rob it off my other bike, we're not riding today. Which it's getting kind of late. You can see it's going to look dark, but disappointing because I had high hopes for it. It's the only one I could find anywhere in stock, or even to order offline. But I dug through all my trash really well. Yeah, there's just not one in there. So I guess I'll have to contact Pacific Cycle. I guess that's who I would contact about the pieces that are missing. I guess that's what that blowed out box was with the pedals in it. That's what had the stuff in it. So yeah. All right, let's I don't know, call them, shoot them an email, whatever we got to do. See if we can get us some pieces on order. There we go.
Thank you for calling the Consumer Care Line, supporting Schwinn, Mongoose, Kid Tracks, and Instep. You have reached us after hours, and our office is closed. You may find the answer to your question on our online help center at schwinnbikes.com, mongoose.com, or kidtrackstoys.com. Or give us a call back Monday through Friday, beginning at 7 a.m. Central Standard Time. Thank you. Goodbye.
Well, I guess we shouldn't have caught them on a Sunday. We'll try them again in the morning. So I'm back on the Mongoose Ledge X2 today. I contacted Pacific Cycles. They sent me the front wheel skewer, which was missing, but they couldn't send me this little thing. So if I put a dropper post, I'll have to figure something out. I mean, it'd go through there no problem, but it's kind of sharp edge in there, and it might be just trying to chafe at the cable housing, so that may or may not be an issue, but it's not right now, so I ain't worried about it too much. But I got some upgrades you may be able to see in the background that's coming for this bike. So yeah, let's get to installing this stuff. The bike, the way it is, I really like it. You know, really surprising for what it is from Walmart. It's actually really good. You know, obviously no big jumps or anything, but just me riding around my normal trails and around the house, it does really well. So I want to upgrade it a little bit and make it just a little better for me and what I do on it. So let's get to throwing some new parts to this thing. So here's the fork. Really is heavy. So we need to get this race off of here because I am using a straight steer fork to go back on this. I wish I had a tapered head tube, but it's hard to find. You know, I wanted to use the factory wheels, so it's hard to find a tapered head tube with quick release, air fork, all that stuff. Well, it was hard for me. I mean, it might not be for somebody else, but this is, yeah, this is heavy. Surprisingly, a lot heavier than the. I mean, I wasn't expecting that great of a difference, but there's a lot. So I'm excited to see how this thing does on here. Here's what I got to go back on it. The SR Suntour Epixion, however you say it, air fork with remote lockout, which don't really do much for me, but I got all the stuff to hook it up, so I'll hook it up. It comes with everything. It just don't come with the cable housing, so you got to have that separate. But yeah, I think it's gonna look nice. It's a really good looking fork and super light. Yeah, let's get this thing on here. I'm gonna see if we can't knock this race off of this fork and stick it on this thing. Let's do that. So right here's another big weight savings. Aluminum. I mean, the bolts are steel. That's aluminum. Bars are steel. So yeah, you can tell quite a bit of difference. And these are weight bars. Just got these off Amazon. They're just a little bit wider, but the weight is what I was after really. And then a little shorter reach here on the stem. I think this is, don't quote me on it, I think it's like 30 millimeter. But yeah, let's get these things on here and make sure we get the stack well on it. So I got the race and the bearing on here. I'm gonna test it and mark where I want to cut the stem off and cut that thing. So let's get it. I'm just throwing them spacers on there to see where I possibly might want these. I got extra spacers, so I'm going to just throw these bars on here so I can make sure I get them where I want. And then I'll cut the stem just in case I need to space that out a little bit more. Plus I got a new star nut to go in this stem, so I don't know anything about this Wake brand, if they're any good or not, but they was cheap enough, so went ahead and got them. We'll see how they do. So let's stick the front wheel on and set on this thing, see what it feels like. Dang, check that out. Looks good. So that feels actually pretty good right there. What I may do is put, you know, a spacer on top and then cut it. That way I have a little bit of play if I need. But man, that fork, that looks good on there. I also got another shock for the back here, so I got, get through my mess here. I got the EXA Form 588 RL air shock to go in there, so hopefully we're riding in style here pretty soon. And also some tan sidewall Maxxis Minions. Hopefully they go good with the orange. I'm probably going to peel the orange stickers off the wheels though, but yeah. I actually got a set of hydraulic brakes coming. They just ain't made it in yet, so we'll still be cable for right now, but well, I can't wait to try that fork out. Man, let's get her together. So this is how all the professionals do it, right? There we go. It's pretty straight. I use the masking tape kind of as a little guide, so let's clean that up. I got a star nut we'll put down in there and should be good to go. So I've got a couple different combinations of spacers I'm going to try on here. Just sticking it together for now. Got one to go on the top, and hopefully that'll be okay. Man, that fork looks good. So the factory bars had these little plastic end pieces, so I wanted to stick them on there. Might make it a little bit wider, but hopefully my bar won't poke through the grip that way. Dang, look at that. Looks pretty good. Not so big on the orange on the name there. It's kind of like an orangish red, I guess, but it's painted on. It's not a sticker. Now I'm wondering about that. Anyway, I'm gonna put the back tire on and the rear shock. So this already feels so much better, so much lighter. The bar width feels good. Everything feels good there. I have the switch for the remote lockout. Not really sure where I want to mount it. It don't really seem to fit anywhere that I want to put it, so I'll have to think about that one a little bit. But yeah. Anyway, let's get this rear shock and the rear tire on. So this shock, I mean, springs up and down with you, but it's got a clunk in it now. I don't know what that is. I don't feel anything loose, but it just looks warped. It looks like the spring hits the shock body. So yeah, like I said, we're replacing it with this one. Hopefully nothing hits it. I don't know. A little bit of a clearance issue maybe with that, but let's get this thing in here. Dry. We'll put some grease on that for sure. Same for the lower. Nothing on it. I don't even think the shock part is a shock. I think it's just, I guess holds it together. Maybe that's why it was clunking. So let's see what bushing combination we need to get this thing to fit. The bottom looks right already, so but the top may need to swap them out. Yeah, let's do that. There we go. All right. Let's see what that bad boy feels like. There we go. Make sure I got turned the right way. Now, probably too late to ask since I already peeled them off the front, but is it better with the stickers or without? And I didn't line this up. Well, my battery died. I had to spin this back around. I had it not lined up so good, but anyway, let's air it up, or air it back up. All right, so what I was saying before the battery died was, should I leave the stickers on the rims or not? I already peeled them off the front though, so I'm not going to leave them, but yeah, I don't think it looks so good with the stickers on it, on the rims, especially with these tires. These tires look really good. And this sticker's already coming off. Now, it's looking a lot better. Let's throw this thing on here and see how it looks. Well, there's what we got so far. We'll take a good look at it. Yeah. I like those tires though. Still not so sure about the orange on the down tube. Yeah, the bars don't look too bad. I might cut them down just a little bit. I guess they're 780 wide, and then I put them little plastic ends in them. They feel pretty good, but might be just a touch on the wide side. That shock, it's got rebound adjustment, lockout. I still need to hook the lockout up on this, but I like that blacked out fork, so I might try to black this Mongoose. I wish that was a black sticker. I don't know if man would ever find the same font for that or not, but you'd still have to deal with all these. But yeah, looks pretty good. Put an old set of Fookers on it. Not too shabby. Rides a lot better. The front end is so much lighter. That to me is the biggest benefit. I mean the fork is a little smoother, which I ain't done nothing major with it yet, but just the weight savings alone is amazing. Yeah. It looks good. So I'll be on the Hyper mid-drive. I got a few things in store for it here, probably tomorrow, but yeah, I wanted to get this thing done. Still waiting on the brakes to come in. That's really my biggest complaint. I mean, even with a 180 in the front and a 160 in the back, and this thing probably weighing 20 pounds more, this is a 160 front rear. It's got way better cable disc brakes than this. It's a big difference. So I don't know if it's just the pads or if it's way the calipers work, it just not as strong as on the hyper. But yeah, so far I'm pleased with it. Need to take the bottom bracket apart and grease that up probably, and get everything lubed up and ready to roll. Yeah, I'm tickled. Alright, let's get on to something else. Alright, so I'm back on the Ledge X2 today. Great. Okay, so that comes out really easy. So I'm just going to stick this together with the ones that were on the back. That figures.